Yeah, very much regards to you watching me out there. My name is Fandov Azike Azike. Today, I will be talking on the subject title How Corrupt Politicians Stay to Power. However, if today is your very first time of seeing my video, please kindly subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe to my channel, you will gain more of practical political education and knowledge that are not taught in the classroom. Do not forget to click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new content, you can always get notified. Like the video, it will help. As well, your comments will be highly appreciated. Without wasting much of your time, the overview of this subject discourse: how corrupt politicians stay to power, is to expose us and educate us how and the reasons why corrupt politicians remain in power, irrespective that we do no longer enjoy their representation. It is also to expose us to review our conduct and mode of participation in exercise of our rights during the time to change a government or the time to make a choice of who represents our interest. So we are going to look at the reasons why corrupt politicians remain in power and how do they adopt this approach. One of the reasons corrupt politicians still remain in power is because of the missing link between political party and personality, which I call party and personality crisis. We as electorate place so much value, our political value, on political party. We do not put all these values on individual personalities, knowing that individual personalities supersede the party values, because human development comes first before any other structure. So when the human being is properly in function or performs very well, every other system can work very well. So because of individuals, candidates are not properly assessed and values are not placed on them politically. Rather, our political values, our interests, our assessment, everything goes to the party. And that is why corrupt politicians will ensure that they go to political party that have a larger or a strong membership base or coverage to remain in power. And personalities that have people-oriented projects and policies will suffer in this kind of society. When they contest in any other party that don't have a larger base or a strong membership base, they will fail election because we so much attach values on political party. So we need to begin to assess and reassess and place much value on individual, on personalities, so that personalities can build a political party. But a political party cannot just build individuals. So if really we want to keep a stop to the political corrupt politicians, we must begin to place value on personalities rather than party. Another reason is political corruption. Political corruption is an internal mechanism developed by the politicians within the party structure to extract the resources of the government and reinvest these resources in areas that will secure their return, or if possible, keep them in power for life. This investment can take care of or inform of permanent delegates within the party. They are people, they are permanent delegates in a party. They can as well invest these resources in a support groups that will continue to sing their praises. All these are parts of the machineries that will keep them to power. So political corruption is one of the internal machinery or mechanism developed by the political elites to remain in power. Another area that makes the corrupt politicians to remain in power is the administrative corruption. The very arm of government that is responsible to implement and execute the policies made by the politicians for the welfare and the security of the state also compromise in the course of their duty, thereby giving advantage to the corrupt politicians to remain in power. For example, during elections, the national security outfit ought to go and ensure there is free and fair election. But most of these security agencies ending up assisting the politicians to violate the election process, to rig the elections in their favor. Most times, they also have their private security outfits that will help them to ensure that they return everything to their own expectations. So when the arm of government that's supposed to ensure that policies are implemented are already corrupt or compromised, it will give advantage for the corrupt politician to continue to exercise such powers. So administrative corruption is part of the reasons the corrupt politicians remains in power. Another area is that voting, political participation, is a right. Political participation is a right. Your right to vote is not a commercial commodity that you sell. During voting is the time you contribute in the nation building. It is the time you decide who you are going to hand over your future, your life into your hands. It is the time you are making decision for your children. But when you sell it on a mere offer by the politicians, you give them rooms to remain in power. So you as an individual, you must have a different orientation. You must not pressurize politicians. You must not condition them before you vote for them. You must vote for them on the assessment, on your own personal findings and consideration. You must not vote for them for financial gratification. When you do that, you will keep them in power and you have no other person to blame. Another reason why the corrupt politicians remain in power is that the good and smart people refuse to join politics. They refuse to participate in the governance of their communities, of their state, of their nation states. And when they refuse to join, the inferior people takes over the system, which is the corrupt individuals, and begin to make laws that will keep them in power. They will begin to amass wealth. They will begin to take advantage of the state treasury to make access an unnecessary favor. So individuals of goodwill, individuals with public acceptance, people who have succeeded on individual basis, personalities of good conscience, when they join politics, the corrupt politicians have a very slim chances to occupy the position of authority, or if possibly, they will change for good and will have a better society. So you as an individual, you must have a good political orientation. You must have a new political ideology. You must be politically informed. You must be politically aware for you to make sure or have the capacity to make these corrupt politicians to leave such power. You must not sell your votes. You must participate. You must assess individuals and place value than placing values on political party. If really we wish to change the corrupt political class in the office, you must be the driver. You must be the driver of this very course of action. Why and how corrupt politicians stay to power is because you refuse to join politics. You sold your votes. You are not politically aware. If you are politically aware, if you fail to save your vote, if you make your decision, we will have a better society. Thank you very much. Share this vote. I remain fond of Azike Azike. Do not forget to subscribe. Thank you and God bless.